Using my authority has me quite exhausted. It is rather draining, to be frank. I would like some time to recharge. Incidentally, I have been helping the President out with her work. Mountains of it. The labor regulations here are dubious. Unfortunately, that means I will not be available to help you explore the other buildings for a while. Try not to be too reckless. With your power, I'm sure you will manage to return safe and secure. I'll be waiting.
You're good. Here's some. Don't put.
You really don't know when to give up.
I don't have anything left to give up.
Missed. Moron.
No way. No way. It's Shinya, right? Just who are you?
As if I'd tell a Pactbearer like you.
How are you doing this? You're just a normal human. Hey, so, you wanna let me go? I'll do anything you want. Anything.
Anything? Okay then. What if I told you to kill someone? Would you do it?
Huh? That's all?
Wow, no hesitation. That's messed up. You Pactbearers really are full of yourselves. You make me sick. All of you.
What? Wait, was that just a test? I hate it when people lead me on like that.
A student?
Destiny strikes.
Damn.
See ya, Shinya. I'll make sure to give you all the love you deserve next time around.
I finally cornered her, but she still managed to get away. What a joke. Anyway, are you okay? You wouldn't happen to be the vice president of the True Student Council? Your response just told me. But as far as why I know, Sora will end up telling you anyway, so there's no point in hiding it. I'm Shinya Yuda. Sora told me I'm supposed to assist you. I'm not a Pactbearer, but I do know about demons and the other world. I can help if you're planning on shattering the ideals that belong to the Pactbearer here. I see. Well, take all the time you need. I can help if you're planning on shattering the ideals that belong to the Pactbearer here. What do you say? All right then, let's team up.
Act 1. Shinya Yuda. Irreversible fidelity.
We'll have to search inside the mist for the calls that'll take us to the ideals. The mist is all over the club building, so I'll show you around. And just to get this out of the way, I hate Pactbearers. I can take care of the anomalies on my own. Don't think I'm going to let a Pactbearer like you show me up. We can get to Block B from the second floor of the building. There's mist all over there. I managed to injure the Pactbearer, so she shouldn't be around for a while. I'll cover you as long as you're with me.
Ow! Huh? Hey, you. Quit staring at me like that. You're making me blush. You big bully. You know what my friend told me? When you lock eyes with somebody, whoever keeps staring is the submissive one. But you don't give off that vibe. Sure you weren't just trying to stare me down? You're awful, you know. Getting your kicks from giving a girl a hard time. Hey, that badge. You're a second year. But I don't think I've ever seen you around. Did you just transfer? Oh, really? That's odd. I figured I'd have met you by now. I'd never forget someone as unique as you. You are my type, after all. Just kidding.
Should you really be doing that, Sumire? What would your boyfriend say?
I'm just joking around. Nothing wrong with a little friendly physical contact. Who is this guy, Shinya? How did you meet him?
He's the vice president of the True Student Council.
The True Student Council?
They were approved by the dean after the anomaly started. The regular student council is falling apart right now. The TSC looks out for the students and investigates things like the mist and the barrier. I'm assisting him. Sora, Dean Jingu asked me to lend a hand.
You don't say.
Oh, right. I found Akane not too long ago. But she managed to get away from me.
Huh. She got away? What happened?
It was like you and Haruka said. She's the one behind the arson stuff. I cornered her with some evidence, but she slipped away. I'm sorry. You two are gonna have to be careful.
I see. Akane. I figured as much. She can barely tell her fantasies from reality. It's not impossible that she might mess things up. We may be twins, but I never quite know what she's thinking. I know her first boyfriend dumped her and all, but this is taking things too far. I just can't figure her out. I'm going to go warn Haruka while I can. Thanks.
Yes. The one we were just talking to was Sumire Tono. The Pactbearer from earlier is her twin sister, Akane. Someone's been burning members of the baseball club alive, so I tried looking into it. Sumire and the captain told me they suspected Akane, so I started my investigation with her. Apparently, Akane and the captain used to date, but she's been stalking him since they broke up. Why anyone would resort to murder over a relationship is beyond me. But nobody in their right mind would become a Pactbearer anyway. So maybe I don't need to understand. Right, Vice President?
You the vice president of the True Student Council? You and Shinya are investigating, right? Sumire told me all about it. I'm Haruka Shimizu, captain of the baseball club. You might have already heard, but Akane's definitely the one behind this. She keeps trying to get back with me. Like every time I block her on social media, she just makes a new account to follow me. She'll show up at the station by my house, even though I told her I don't want to see her anymore. She's even hooked up with my friends. Also, she could use them to get to me. Kensuke, Hayata, Yuki, Ryoto, Tetsuta, Takuya. I'm pretty sure all of them were involved with Akane, and they all ended up dead. She's the only one I can think of who would do that to them.
Don't worry. We're positive it's her. We'll stop her. You can be sure of that.
Thanks. I owe you guys.
That barrier may be a nuisance, but the mist driving people insane is what's really terrifying. Still, it wouldn't even exist if it weren't for you Pactbearers. You know who I hate? Selfish people who don't care about how much trouble they cause others. Sora said that you need to have a strong wish and a powerful ego to be a Pactbearer. That's what makes them so self-centered. I bet you're like that too, aren't you? I want to bring peace to the Academy and make Sora's vision of a safe world come true. She trusted me to do this. I have to live up to her expectations. So, I'm not going to hold back, especially against a Pactbearer. And I'm not just talking about Akane. I mean you, too. You Pactbearers are the cause of all this. I'll prove to everyone that I don't need help from any of you.
It seems this place, too, is linked to the depths. This number connects to the singularity. Where's my thanks for all my charity?
Let's go, Shinya.
I can't let them down.
Here I go.
Just give up. You've got this!
Understood. Null and void. How is that, Shinya?
We both have a long way to go.
Let's go, Shinya.
I can't let them down.
Get ready.
Face on your knees.
Here I go.
Just give up.
Taste humiliation.
Nourish me. I'm starved. Well now.
Here I
Just
Take on your knees. Eradicate.
mow them down!
Taste humiliation. Spineless.
Following up.
Assisting. Assisting.
Nourish me.
Vengeance.
Well now.
Here I
Just give up.
Atone. Taste you on your knees. Eradicate.
Null and void.
Taste humiliation. Activate.
Kill.
It's looking rough.
Atone. Taste humiliation. Ha! Supporting. Checkmate.
How is that, Shinya?
We both have a long way to go.
Let's go, Shinya.
I can't let them down.
Here I go.
Just give up.
Taste humiliation. On your knees. Spineless.
Checkmate.
How unfair! Must be nice. Let's have a taste.
Get ready. You're open.
Just give up.
On your knees.
Just give up.
Taste humiliation. It's in your hands. Very well. Eradicate!
Go for it.
Very well.
Damn.
Vengeance! Too slow. My lord.
Get ready. Null and void.
Just give up.
Attack! Taste humiliation.
Let's have a taste.
Get ready. Take this.
Following up.
Assisting.
Here. I've got you.
Assisting. Checkmate.
How was that, Shinya?
We both have a long way to go.
I don't recognize you. Are you here to check out a club?
And it was so special, too.
Where's the hiking club room? Never thought I'd get stranded.
Can't blame you. No one takes practice that seriously. Skipping out, huh?
Where's the hike?
Who are you? Actually, that doesn't matter. Can you help me out?
Help how?
My girlfriend got all scared and locked herself in that room. Can you help me think of a way to get the door open? What? You think it's weird that I have a girlfriend? Rude.
I'm a fan of Kaio from the Kendo Club. Another dead end. I just wanted to go to the Kendo Club.
I'm so sick of this. Huh? What do you want? My boyfriend is worried about me? That guy again. What do I have to do to get him to leave me alone? I'm so sick of this.
Where's the hiking?
Who are you? Actually, that doesn't matter.
Help how?
My girlfriend got all. Can you help me think? Me? A stalker? What the hell's your problem? Who just goes up and asks people that? What do you know about my relationship anyway? I get it. You're just jealous. I don't know whether you've got a crush on mine, Mirai, or if you just want a girl. But it doesn't matter. If you're gonna get in the way of our love, then I'll just have to get rid of you!
Don't worry, he's only unconscious. He's just a normal student, so I held back. Maybe we should lock him in a bathroom stall. Judging by the evidence on that computer, it looks like his actions preceded his days as an unsettled. He deserves a little punishment.
I'm a fan of Kaio.
Where's the hiking club room?
Huh? What do you want? Really? I'll curse you until the day I die if you're lying. He really is gone. Thank God.
Can't blame you. No one takes...
Where's the hiking?
So this is an ideal. A chunk of one's ego, the cause of the mist, the source of the Pactbearers' powers. Looks pretty impressive for something so vile, even if it is probably all for show. Do yours look like this too, Vice President? I guess you wouldn't, considering it's the demons who make them. Still, your ideal should be somewhere in the other world too. Wouldn't that mean they're also spreading the mist around the Academy? Don't think you're a good guy just because you're fighting the other Pactbearers for Sora. Pactbearers cause distortions in the world. People suffer because of them. And you're no exception. Eventually, we'll have to shatter your ideals too. Anything that makes good people suffer can't go unpunished. They shouldn't exist in the first place. I won't hesitate to end you if you get in my way. I've got business to take care of. Naturally, I've been training to use my Imagigear. This is my first time actually trying it out in the other world, though. Let's head out. I'm not going to let you outdo me.
Let's go, Shinya.
I can't let them down.
Get ready.
Just
Taste humiliation. Activate. On your knees.
Here I go. You're open.
just give up. Artifact, unleash.
Victory or death?
Mine.
How?
A simple matter.
Here I go.
Just give up.
Taste humiliation. Activate. On your knees.
Here I go. Take this.
I'll back you up. Just give up. Face judgment.
I'm with you!
Victory or death? Die already!
It's looking rough.
Not yet.
Taste humiliation. Activate.
It's looking rough. Heal!
Not yet.
On your knees. It's in your hands.
Understood. Take this!
Assisting.
Victory or death? Die already!
It's not over yet. Heal!
Just give up. How's this?
Taste humiliation. Checkmate.
Victory or death?
Get ready! Null and void.
Just give up. Mow him down!
Take by your command. Checkmate. Checkmate.
Victory or death?
Here I go.
Just give up.
Taste humiliation. As you wish, my lord.
Victory or death?
Here I go. You're open.
Just give up.
Taste humiliation. By your command.
Victory or
vengeance.
Take this.
Supporting.
Face judgment.
I've got you! How was that, Shinya?
We both have a long way to go.
I can't take this. I don't want to leave you. I don't want us to be apart. I devoted myself to you. I believed it was destiny. Sadness fills me. I don't want you to hate me. I want to be with you forever. I'm still devoted to you. I can't change how I feel. I am alone. I am alone. Used by an uncaring fate. Bound by unnatural feelings. For you, desire burns in my heart. Without you, my heart feels frozen. It makes my body tremble. I was torn from your arms. I want them all to pay. I want to atone for it all. What hope there was has been sullied and lost. But I will bring it back to you.
What are these feelings? These words flowing into me? Those thoughts were of loving another. They were obsessive and hateful, burning yet freezing at the same time. Someone really couldn't take a hint. It doesn't make any sense.
Welcome back, Vice President.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Hello. It's nice to meet you too. Who is this, Vice President? He must be a middle schooler, judging by the color of his uniform.
Oh, Shinya!
Chio? What are you doing here instead of at the middle school?
I was at the high school buildings for club stuff when I got caught up in all of... well, this. And that's my brother next to you. He's why I'm here.
Huh? Vice President, you're related to Chio?
So, Shinya, I'm guessing you already knew about the demons in the other world, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, Shinya is Ms. Sora and Mr. Yugo's son. You didn't already know? Weren't you the one who brought him here?
It's not all that surprising. I didn't tell him, and my last name is different. And before you ask, I'm adopted. Legally, my last name is Jingu, but I don't feel like I have the right to call myself one just yet.
My brother and I have different last names too. Our families have that in common. It's due to divorce in our case, but still.
I understand why you know about the other world, Shinya. But if you're with the Vice President, does that mean...
I'm just helping the Vice President out. That includes fighting in the other world.
Vice President? You really are a piece of work. You're ruthless. An ogre. A monster. You do realize Shinya's still in middle school, right? You can't expose him to that kind of danger.
But...
And you. Don't be so reckless, Shinya. What would Miss Sora think if you got injured?
Don't worry, Nozomi. Shinya has good reflexes. I hear he does martial arts, too. He might even be stronger than my brother.
That's right, Nozomi. You needn't fret so. Big things come in small packages, you know.
What is that voice?
Powerful principles and values with Vim. The other world shouldn't be too much for him. His ego is sharp as glass, yet thin as ice. Will it cut him a path or snap in a trice? All the more entertaining for...
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to take a swing at you. You caught me by surprise. Wait, is this a stuffed animal?
I'll spare you. At least an apology was exchanged. I can think of some others who are far more deranged.
That's Vanitas. He's the demon who made a pact with my brother.
Seriously? This thing is a monarch? A grantor of authorities? A supernatural entity distorting our world?
Okay, stop petting me, or at least say something! You're giving me the creeps!
Oh, sorry. You're just so fluffy.
See? Shinya gets why Mr. Bunny's so special. I knew he would.
Don't come any closer! Stay in your space! I don't think I like that look on your face!
Anyway. Sora asked me to do this, so I'm going to be helping all of you out. I'll try to pull my weight as best I can. Kokoro Sarugadai. To think you'd become a Pactbearer.
And you are?
Shinya Yuda. Sora... Dean Jingu and Yugo's adopted son. My last name may be different, but I'm part of the Jingu family.
I see. It's nice to meet you, Shinya.
Oh, same here. It's a pleasure to meet you. Wait, what am I saying? I'm a Jingu. I need to defeat the Pactbearer so we can keep the distortions under control. That means I can't go easy on you, even if everyone calls you a genius. I can't overlook any Pactbearer.
Huh.
When the time comes, I'll shatter your ideals. The safety of the Academy depends on it.
Understood. I invite you to do so.
And no matter how hard you try to stop... Hold on. What? Just like that? You really don't care?
My wish is for safety and security. But an authority is neither safe nor secure. I am willing to shatter my ideals to void my pact.
That's... how to put this? I didn't expect you to be so... willing.
Do as you see fit.
Sure.
Incidentally, Shinya, were you to have an elemental affinity, it would be cute. I would even hazard to call you cat-coded. However, it's not that I think it looks bad on you, but why do you wear a collar? Did the Vice President put it on you?
Huh?
Now wait just a moment! Vice President, we're going to need to hold a hearing about this.
If you are not interested in making someone else wear a collar, does that mean you would prefer to wear the collar yourself?
Either way, it's against regulations. We have a dress code to uphold.
Wait, you're into that kind of stuff?
Huh. Never would have guessed.
Wait. Shinya's wearing a choker, not a collar.
A choker?
It's a kind of necklace.
That's too bad. The mental image it conjured was intriguing.
Human desires become the most clear when dealing with somebody whom they hold dear. Today I'll reveal the desires at your roots by questioning you on romantic pursuits. Question 1. Say you are smitten with someone you know. How would you go about telling them so? Question 2. They say that for now, dating's out of the question. How do you handle your rejected confession? Question 3. You eventually find a prospective soulmate. Where should they sit during your dinner date? Question 4. Your partner has finished their meal before you, but you are still hungry. Now what do you do? Question 5. You and your partner's beliefs don't align. Are you upset? Or is everything fine? Question 6. What would you do if you heard a rumor stating that your partner's parents were against you dating? Question 7. While out at a theme park on a fun little jaunt, your partner points out the ride that they want. It drops down 100 meters or so, but heights petrify you. Do you still go? Question 8. When you return from finding a bench for the show, your partner is chatting up someone you don't know. Whoever they are, they look much better than you. What do you think is going on between these two? Question 9. Your hunch is correct. Their reunion is sweet. How would you feel if they made plans to meet? Question 10. The clock strikes 9. The moon is bright. You take your partner home for the night. They linger and stare in expectation. What would you do in this situation? Question 11. You and your partner are in a rough patch. Each argument ends with a shouting match. The stress has been making it hard to sleep. What do you do now that you're in this deep? Question 12. Your partner eventually spurns all your texts. What do you think caused these adverse effects? Question 13. When you visit your partner, their parents rule that their child must study and find a good school. What would you do if they told you straight that it'd be for the best if you two separate? Question 14. Your partner insists that your love's no mistake, but still wants to split for their parents' sake. You hear your partner in tears through the phone. How do you handle this plight you've been thrown? These questions were meant to be geared toward lust, but it seems such desires for you are a bust. No judgment, of course. You are who you are. But indulging desires can take you quite far. The world's full of things to enjoy and pursue. Stay true to your wants, as you already do.
Shinya sure talks a lot when he's with you. He's a mysterious guy, and he's always by himself, so I never knew much about him. Except that his reflexes are a cut above, and that he studies hard, and that he's kind, and that he's popular for his looks. But I feel like he's closed off. It's not that he's a loner, he's just not very approachable. By the way, Shinya told me that Akane is a Pactbearer. But it's hard to believe, don't you think? People always call Akane the Odette, and Sumire the Odile. Akane is girly and elegant, while Sumire is an irresistible flirt. But Akane's so kind and cheerful, she wouldn't hurt a fly. She's not the type to carry a grudge. I can definitely imagine Sumire making a pact, though. It wouldn't be out of character for her. I wonder what happened to Akane. Maybe I should look into this a little more.
You have the power of resonance. Not to mention, you can control fiends. It's impressive, I'll admit. But I'm not going to lose to you. My adoptive father, Yugo, taught me martial arts. I'm still not as good as I'd like to be, though. I tend to embarrass myself doing certain moves. I have to apply myself so I can be on Yugo's level someday. That way, I'll have strength to spare, even when the time comes that I have to fight you. Yeah, his skills are really something. But that's not all I admire him for. He's kind, caring, and he knows almost everything. There's nothing he can't do. He even took in a brat like me and treated me like a son. I want to be just like him. What am I doing? You're the last person I should be talking to about this. So you're the infamous Ryotaro Date.
Infamous?
Even us middle schoolers know about how much of a completely hopeless problem child you are. I always figured that if the rumors were true, that made you vermin infesting our academy. But now that I know you're the Pactbearer of Gluttony, well, it's even worse than I thought. Hostile takeover is more of a plague than a power. It even sounds like an invasive species. You're no better than a maggot.
Pretty sharp tongue you got there. You're Shinya Yuta, right? The dean and Mr. Yugo's kid?
Adopted kid would be more accurate.
Adopted or not, you're still their kid, right?
I guess. But that doesn't mean I'm going to just go around parading the fact. I don't have the guts to do something like that to them.
Who's the problem child now?
What?
If I'm a plague of maggots, doesn't that make you a little roach? All you do is talk crap on yourself while you roll around in the gutters.
Are you trying to pick a fight with me?
You're the one who started it.
What's so wrong about calling a maggot a maggot? Self-righteous Pactbearers like you shouldn't even exist in the first place. You know, if you want me to shatter your ideals first, I can.
Bring it on, you little shit stain. It'll just end with you crying home to mommy.
Hey! Come on, guys! No fighting! Don't just stand there and watch! Do something about this!
There's no need to trouble Sora over a little bit of pest control. When the time comes to shatter your ideals, I'll do it with pleasure.
Can't wait to see you try.
Hey, Vice Prez. Oh, you're the Dean's son. Shinba, right?
Shinba?
Yes, no, close.
My name's Shinya.
Take a page out of the Vice Prez's book and get a title. Then you won't have to worry about people getting your name wrong. Cut me some slack, Vice Prez. Everyone's got their strengths and flaws.
Dr. Kakeru, understanding the students is part of your job. Anything less is neglectful of your duties as a school doctor.
I'll give you that much. But there are hundreds of people enrolled in this academy. You can't expect me to remember everyone. My memory's pretty bad, after all.
I'm amazed you even managed to get your medical license.
Hey, I know when and where to take things seriously. I take my problems one step at a time. If I do something, I'm gonna do it right.
Remembering names is common courtesy. That's the way you do things right.
Yeah. So? You getting along with Shin? Your new baby bro here, Vice Pres?
Could you not forget my name 2 minutes after you learn it? Or give me patronizing nicknames?
What? You still got growing pains? You're the older one here. You gotta set a good example for the kids. Plus, you're the vice president. Great power, great responsibility. You know how it goes. So make sure you do your part, all right?
I don't think a school doctor who can't remember a single name can lecture anyone about responsibility.
Gotta say, though, seeing you two together really brings me back.
What do you mean?
I got a little brother myself, an actual one. Cute as a button and smart as a whip, thoughtful and considerate too. I could talk for hours about how great.
We'll pass.
You could at least pretend to care. Anyway, you're here for a checkup, right? You are the dean's son, so I guess I'll put some effort in. You seem... You're good. Here's... Don't push.
What's going on?
Get out of the way, Mr. Yugo!
You are Miss Takagi, correct? I am afraid I cannot do that.
I just want to talk to Haruka.
You'll have to discard what's in your hand first.
But I can't! This is the only way I can get his attention! He won't even talk to me anymore. Things have been so crazy. There's no telling what's going to happen. I can't just die without any closure. I want to hear it from you, Haruka. It's the least you could do. You said you loved me. Was it all a lie? You said you weren't good with girls, but that I was different. You gave me a promise ring. You said we'd be together forever. We made plans for Christmas next year. We even talked about what kind of family we wanted. If you weren't lying, then did you stop loving me? Was I just not good enough for you anymore? I can change! Or are you just testing my feelings for you? Like, whether I really love you or not. Did you think I was going to leave you first? I just don't get it. You broke up with me out of nowhere and cut me off completely. Talk to me. Say something. I don't get it. I don't understand why you do this to me. What did I have to do to make you stay?
We just didn't click. That's all. See, love is like two halves of a shell. If the feelings don't line up, it won't close right. You were just too into me. Too wholesome for my tastes. I just couldn't do it anymore.
I'm not all that wholesome, really. And if you want me to back off, I will. So, can we get back together?
Sorry, but no. Shells don't change. If things don't click the first time, they never will. Try to force it, and the pearl inside will get crushed into grit. And no one wants that.
What? But...
That's why I broke up with you. You'd only get hurt if we stayed together, so I spared you the pain.
That won't happen. I'll make sure of it. Can't we go back to being friends, at least?
Ugh, this is exactly why I don't talk to my exes.
Huh?
Get a clue, will you? Do you have any idea how uncomfortable this is? If you love me, why would you go out of your way to creep me out like this?
I can't just give up on you. I love you.
You're obsessed with me, more like. You're just scared of getting dumped. The only one you love here is yourself.
You hypocrite! You selfish prick! All you do is hurt people and play with their feelings! I get it now. I was so stupid, falling for a guy like you.
Thanks for having my back, Mr. Yugo. I'm sorry you had to see that.
It's quite all right. I doubt she intended to hurt you. Perhaps nothing would have changed had I not been here. Even so, I am not the one you should be apologizing to.
Guess that came out of nowhere for you guys, huh? Don't you start now, too. It happens a lot, but yeah, I'm going through the same thing with Akane right now. But hey, I guess anyone would act that way after getting dumped like last week's trash.
Then why do it if you already know?
Why? Because it's what the first person I went out with did to me. Gave me the cold shoulder. Never contacted me again. It made me want to do it to someone else. Still does. But as for why I'm like this, hell if I know, man. Shit happens.
How could you not know? That doesn't make any sense. The way I see it, it sounds like you're just a scumbag. There's something wrong with Akane. That much is for sure. But if you're the reason she's like this, then your baseball club friends must be rolling in their graves.
Are you saying it's my fault they're dead?
Try asking yourself. Even scumbags like you can feel some guilt, right?
You're the vice president of the TSC, correct? I see you're helping Shinya out. He can be a bit distant, but I assure you he's a good lad at heart. I do hope you'll get along. The mist in Block B has dissipated, so I'll be checking over the facility. Shinya, I understand Sora has entrusted you with a task. Don't do anything to endanger yourself, all right?
All right.
The two of us are worried about you, you know.
Thanks. Let's continue our investigation. We can enter Block C from Block B. There should be a ton of mist there.
Shinya, Vice President. I want to apologize for Haruka. I know he's been a pain.
Did he tell you about what happened?
Yep, he's such a loser, isn't he? Where do all his groupies even come from? I just don't get what they see in him. He wouldn't be in so much trouble if he picked his girls better. Or let them down easier, at least. Worry? What? You think he's gonna break up with me the way he did the others? I'm not too worried about that. I probably should be. But I don't even really like him that much, to be honest. I guess that's what makes us work, though. You've heard Haruka go on about his shells fitting together or whatever, right? It's so weird. He probably picked it up from some girl. To me, love is more like buttoning clothes. Two halves of a shell will never fit together unless they're a perfect match. But the wrong button can still keep clothing together, even if it does get all wrinkled. After all, you can fall in love with just about anyone as long as you ignore their flaws. People who settle, loveless marriages, friends with benefits, it's all proof. Of course, if one button is mismatched, the rest of the fabric starts to get misaligned too. So even if two people are meant to be, the rest of the mismatched buttons will keep them apart. The fabric rumples further and further, and the wrinkles get worse and worse. The world is full of flawed love, wrinkles, loose threads, and such. Haruka and I are one of those couples, a bundle of loose threads waiting to be pulled. And if they are, that's fine with me. He tries to cover up the scars of his past relationships. I try to cover up my unconventional feelings. Both of us are only using each other to smooth out the wrinkles as best we can. Just kidding.
I don't get this romance stuff at all. But who's to say if what's conventional is always good and what's unconventional is always bad? Unconventional doesn't mean unacceptable. It doesn't mean you aren't allowed to be happy.
Huh?
Mismatched buttons apply to more than just romance, you know. My family's not a traditional one, but they saved me all the same. Sometimes it's the unconventional that can bring you more happiness. Using the wrong button isn't necessarily bad. Using the right button isn't necessarily good. Whatever your unconventional feelings are, I'm sure there's no reason to hate yourself for them. Sorry. I didn't mean to talk for so long.
No, I should thank you. You're right. Even if they're unconventional, it doesn't mean I'm not allowed to be happy. But forget about that. Let's be honest here. My relationship with Haruka was never that great. By the way, Shinya.
Huh?
You're pretty cute, you know? Especially when you blush.
Please don't.
Oh, Mr. Yugo, why won't you let me through?
I'm simply suggesting you visit the infirmary. You don't seem well.
I don't, huh? Maybe it's because your son was playing too rough with me.
Perhaps I could complete your errand in your place, though perhaps not as swiftly.
Oh, my. Always the gentleman, aren't you? But this isn't the kind of errand you can run.
Akane!
And here comes Shinya now. Oh, whatever shall I do? I was hoping to go cool down Haruka, but someone is blocking my way. Fine by me, though. The more obstacles I overcome, the more romantic all of it is.
I don't quite understand what you're getting at. But whatever it is, I get the feeling you're up to no good.
You've got it all wrong. Be a dear and let me pass, and we can each go about our business.
Is that right?
Don't. If we let her do what she wants, we're going to regret it.
If that's what Shinya thinks, then I simply must believe him.
Ganging up on a fragile little girl? 3 against 1 even? You truly are despicable.
Look who's talking. Are you looking for a fight? You don't know when to give up. I don't mind, but didn't you learn anything from last time?
Well, I guess we'll just have to find out.
Are you okay, Yugo?
Yes, I am fine. Thanks to him.
Thanks, Vice President.
It would seem Miss Tono has fled. For her to set off an explosion with nothing but a gesture. I never imagined such a weapon could exist. Modern technology truly is remarkable. I underestimated her. I'm afraid these old bones of mine just aren't what they were. I imagine your pursuit of her is related to Sora's request. A shame she got away.
Yeah.
That is quite the dangerous weapon she has. If left unchecked, she could cause untold destruction. Shinya, Vice President, do take care. No need to worry about me. You must get going.
Vice President. Or, I want to thank you for what you did back there. If you hadn't been there, there's no telling what might have happened. I've been beating myself up about it. It's just like I thought. I've got a long way to go. Sora and Yugo are so good to me, but I honestly don't deserve it. Thanks, but that's not true. I'm still not good enough. I need to live up to their expectations. I have to earn my keep. I'd feel bad otherwise. But if I can be useful to them, that would give even a lost cause like me a purpose. I have to work harder. I have to do better. Sorry. This isn't the time to be complaining.
It seems this place, too, is linked to the depths. This number connects to the singularity. Where's my thanks for all my charity?
Let's go, Shinya.
I can't let them down.
Get ready. You're open. How was that, Shinya?
We both have a long way to go.
Let's go, Shinya.
I can't let them down.
Here I go. You're open.
Just give up. It's yours, Vice President.
Understood.
On your knees. Taste humiliation. It's in your hands. Very well.
Understood. Take this.
Very well. Lifeless.
This
Get ready.
Just
on taste humiliation.
Here I go.
Just give up. Broken command.
Assisting. Supporting. On your knees.
No mercy. Kill. Kill.
Looks tasty.
It's not over yet. Away with you!
Assisting.
Just give up. You've got this.
Understood.
On your knees. Spineless. Taste humiliation. It's in your hands. Very well.
No mercy.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
On your knees. Taste humiliation. It's in your hands. Lifeless.
How was that, Shinya?
We both have a long way to go. Are you crying?
I should have never been born! There's no reason to live when no one loves you! Wouldn't you agree? What's the point in a life without love? Why even go on if nobody loves me?
Well, she must be fun at parties. Could you deal with, cheer her up so she can get out of our way, I mean? Are you crying?
Thank you for saying so. Your words of comfort give me the strength to go on. I'll do my best. Step 1 is to make myself worthy of your love.
Looks like you have an admirer. Congratulations.
I'm by your side. You came and talked to me. I'm so happy to think someone would be interested in little old me. What do I like? My dad used to read a lot of fairy tales to me when I was a little girl. Most of them were about princesses. My favorite's the story of Rapunzel from the Brothers Grimm. She's a princess who was trapped in a tower by an evil witch. But one day, a prince found her, and they started meeting in secret behind the witch's back. Isn't that so romantic? Talking to you feels like a secret meeting, too. Anyway, the witch found out about their rendezvous one day. She threw the princess out into the wilderness to try and kill her. When the prince heard, he thought the princess died. So he jumped off the tower in grief and lost his eyesight when he landed in the rose bushes. I'm so jealous of Rapunzel. Someone loved her so much, they were willing to die for her. She's so lucky she found someone like that. Anyway, the prince didn't give up and started searching the wilderness for Rapunzel, even though he was blind. After years and years, he finally found her, and then they had a beautiful wedding and lived happily ever after. It just goes to show, your worth as a person is determined by how much others love you. I want to be somebody's Rapunzel. I want someone to love me so much that they'd jump out of a window for me. I wish with all my heart that someone would spend years looking for me. I'll strive to make you love me that much. I hope you're looking forward to it, my sweet prince. Don't worry, there's no evil witch to toss me out. You won't need to throw yourself off a tower or go blind. But I still think about what you might do if I did disappear. Would you put your life on the line? Would you search for me endlessly? True love like that is what dreams are made of. I wouldn't force you to, though. Of course I wouldn't. That's just the kind of love I want most, is all. It's my dream for someone to love me so much that they'd search. Nothing would make me happier than you being my That's how much that story means to me. Oh, I must be boring you with all this talking about myself. Let's just... I'm by your side. What?
I told you to stop following me.
Should I give you two some alone time?
The more you know me. The more you know me, the more you'll love me. The more you know me. You're looking at me. You're giving me attention. I'm so... You want to know something I can't stand? My dad used to read lots of fairy tales to me when I was a little... It's Andersen's The Little Mermaid. She fell in love with him, but he was a But the mermaid had to marry the prince. Even so, she accepted the deal. She still managed to build a relationship. He loved a different girl. He abandoned her, leaving her love. Story is so unfair. I hate... What if I was the mermaid? You told me things would turn out all right. That twisted fairy tale was just written by someone. The world's not that unfair. If I love you, you're my prince. But you... Oh, talking about stuff I hate isn't very fun, is it? That's the only thing I can't stand, though. Don't... The more you know me...
Hold on a moment. If you answer the call from here, she might get dragged into the other world with us. Can't you get her to leave somehow? She seems infatuated with you. I doubt she'll listen to anyone else.
What is it? I can't do that. I said I was going to be by your side forever. Yes, forever. Until death do us part. Huh? I'm happy to hear that, but you're not... All right. Then let me test you. You should know these things about me. First question. Yeah! That's right! Rapunzel is my favorite! Time for the next question. Yeah! That's right! I hate The Little Mermaid. Last question. What's my type? Yeah! I want someone who loves me so much they'll walk through hell with me. That's the love I want. Thanks for answering all my questions. You definitely know a lot about me. So... I believe you. I believe that you love me. And I love you too! I love you. And I love that you love me. Okay. I'll be right outside waiting for you. Yeah, of course. I have nothing to worry about. You love me, after all.
I know I asked you to deal with her, but I didn't think you'd do it like that. You really are a demon. A philandering one. Keep playing with fire, and one of these days you're bound to get burned. Hopefully she won't remember her time as an unsettled when she's no longer under the influence of the mist. Anyway, shall we? Akane?
What is it, Shinya? Are you that surprised to see me?
No, but... I guess they don't necessarily have to show up at the last one.
My monarch told me that my ideals were being destroyed, so I came. And look who I found. Not just Shinya, but the vice president, too. You two are just awful.
Can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
What's your angle here? You're hurting people, killing them even. Is this revenge against Haruka?
My angle? Well... I don't want to be hated by the person I love any more than I already am. I want to be loved. For our hearts to be one. I want our wishes to be fulfilled. For us both to find what it is we're looking for. In other words, my angle is love. I want to find happiness for both of us. No matter what. I want to be loved again. Even if it costs me my life. Not that it will.
This isn't the way to get someone to love you. Especially not for a scumbag like him. I'd say that all Pactbearers are like this, but you're just messed up in your own right. It doesn't make any sense, but as long as you get what you want, right?
It's okay that you don't understand. You don't need to. You're not the one with these feelings.
That's true. I don't have to get it. After all, your business isn't any of mine. So let's just end this. Time for you to give up on your wish.
Aww. You really are adorable. I can't let things end here, though. I'll show you the true nature of my love. The cold, icy suffering that froze my heart.
I'll pass. I've got enough to worry about.
Let's go, Shinya.
I can't let them down.
Here I go.
Away with you!
Just give.
On taste humiliation!
Just give up. Broken commandment.
On your knees! It's in your hands.
Understood.
Take this!
In the name of love! Now I'm interested.
Tempting. Slow and steady.
Don't bother.
No way. How's this?
On your knees!
Get ready! Heal!
On your knees! Taste humiliation! Activate! On your knees! It's in your hands. Spineless!
Now I'm interested.
Tempting. Slow and steady.
Here I
just give up. How's this?
Take on your knees. Taste humiliation. It's in your hands.
Null and void.
Acknowledged. You're...
In the name of love.
Tempting. Slow and steady.
Here I go.
Just
on taste humiliation. Active.
No!
Here I go.
No. Supporting. On your knees.
No!
just give up. Go for it.
Understood.
Not yet.
Slow and steady.
Here I
just give up.
The madness. The madness.
Away with you!
Just give up. You've got this.
Understood.
Null and void.
The madness. It's in your hands.
Roger that. Broken commandment.
You see.
Here I go. No mercy. How was that, Shinya?
We both have a long way to go.
I'm sorry. I can't. want a power that symbolizes my love. The dream I long for that burns in my heart. I want a power that symbolizes my love. The frigid cold that has warped my mind. A power to turn my sullied dream and everything else into ash. A fire to match the suffering in my soul. A power to freeze my melted love and everything else into ice. A fire to match the suffering in my soul. Give. Take. You. Free yourself from grief. Be bound by joy eternal. I want a power that symbolizes the temperature of my heart, to erase the stains of the dream I lost, to return to the days we spent together.
So her authority could manipulate temperatures. That explains where her ice powers came from. Come on, let's grab her and head back.
There's nothing wrong with her physically, but she won't regain consciousness. Akane's in the same condition as Kurama. I think it's safe to say this is because of her ideals being shattered.
But you guys only destroyed 2, right? Did someone else destroy the 3rd one? Or maybe she only had 2 to begin with.
The mist in Block D of the club building still hasn't cleared up. That must mean that one ideal is still around somewhere.
But what about Akane? Kurama only collapsed after we destroyed all 3 ideals.
This situation is all sorts of strange. But for now, we should investigate Block D and destroy that final ideal. The mist won't go away otherwise.